Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 97 of the Need to Nerd podcast. I'm your host, Heezy, and I'm joined by my co-host, the man with the plan, Paddy B. What's the plan, Paddy?
Oh, plan is to nerd out. We've got a lot of stuff we're nerding out about.
Nerding out, nerding out, Alright. Well, before we do nerd out, we just want to let people know that today is our Need to Nerd episode. This is typically our kind of the style of episode where we just kind of talk about everything. You know, we don't have a main topic as much as we just have things to talk about that are happening in the world of nerddom. And there was a lot to talk about. We were going to talk about Dragon Prince, do our review of season 3, but there's just way too much going on. But, Patty B, before we dive into all those things, you have a nerd fact of the week for us.
I do. So, thanks to TikTok, we had some eager Marvel fans notice that there are little differences between showings depending on location for Across the Spider-Verse. Um, and it looks like an editor did confirm there are, in fact, different cuts of the film being shown at different theater locations. Um, what do you So have you gotten to see Spider-Verse yet with Maxwell?
No, I'm probably going to take him next week to actually go see it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it'll be interesting. I somebody told me this one might be too scary for him, so we'll see.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, maybe we can go. Maybe we can go together, watch it, and then you can take him and watch it.
Yeah, we could try that. I'm excited to see
Yeah.
it. It's been on my list. That and the Mario movie I still need to see, but it should be a good one. It's cool to see that, like, I don't know, fans can recognize something without actually being in a room together. Like, that's the power of TikTok. It's really cool.
Yeah, that was also part of it, right? Is this that TikTok is this vehicle for fandoms? So.
Speaking of a vehicle for fandoms, we do have a public Discord if you want to check that out. Whether you want to talk about Magic the Gathering, whether you want to talk about Spider-Man, fantasy sports, all things nerddom, head on over to the link in the show notes to get access to the Discord. But let's dive into our Need to Nerd, talk about what we're nerding out about right now, and I'm going to pop off a clock with Lord of the Rings and Magic the Gathering. I've done my set review for constructive criticism. I've done some sealed that you can actually find here on this YouTube channel. The sealed format and the limited format look really fun. The flavor is all there, and I just love Lord of the Rings, man. I'm kind of curious, like, is this gonna be one of the best-selling sets of all time? Like, what do you think about it?
Yeah, for what it's worth, I'm also nerding out about Lord of the Rings. It's kind of funny that the about this time last year, I was also nerding out about Lord of the Rings last July. So it seems to be cyclical. I think it's because the Rings of Power TV show was going to be coming out. So I had started listening to the books. Um, and this set, it's actually pretty cool. It's based off the books and not the movies. I guess there are two different um, companies for that. Um, so you get a lot more book accurate um, design cards and stuff. It's really cool. I've started working at Kayfabe Cards, and um, it's been interesting seeing the shifts and all the different things that are going on with this set. Like different cards you can get in certain packs and some that you can't. Right. Like there are certain foils that you can only get from this 3 card commander pack, which is crazy. So, yeah, we'll see. It's definitely going to be one that's going to be talked about for a long time.
Yeah, I think that, like, just the I don't know, just the overall fandom is having a heyday with it already, and I don't know, it's cool to see. The next thing I'm nerding out about, I'm finally, like, into Tears of the Kingdom. It took me a while. I don't know what it was about this game to really take me a while to get into, but Tears of the Kingdom is full blown. Spent, like, I've been playing it every night. for a couple days now. Finally, really diving into it. It finally have access to all of the dungeons. Probably will knock those out this week. And I don't know, man. It is different enough from Breath of the Wild that it stays really fun. Um, and I can see why people think it's one of the best games ever made. It is interesting, though. I do think that if you didn't like certain aspects of Breath of the Wild, then you're going to have the same problems in this game, which is interesting. Like, I don't know that they fixed anything. They just gave you more stuff. So.
Okay.
What are you? What are you nerding out about?
Cool. So, right now, as far as gaming goes, haven't as much time to like play games as much as much. I did start Republic Commando a little bit. That it's really fun, and I don't know why it wasn't as popular. Um, I do like that it's kind of like this Star Wars first person shooter. Um, but also I've just kind of been getting back into playing when I have a little bit of time, just playing a couple games of Fortnite. Um, and so that's been pretty good as far as gaming. Um, as far as like shows and stuff, I posted on Twitter if I could just watch the final season of The Flash um, without seeing a lot of the middle. And I think since I've caught up on Dragon Prince, I've started watching those middle seasons of The Flash. Um, specifically, I think when XS comes into play.
So, for what
So
it's worth, I totally forgot this. I should have said this during mine. I finally finished season 1 of The Flash for the first time, and I'm on season 2 right now.
season one of The Flash. Oh, cool. Yeah, season one is so good.
Yeah, it was really good.
I love Grant Gustin.
Yeah, it's funny. My wife, every time, like when we were starting the show, she's like, I just can't see him without seeing him throwing a slushie in Blaine's face because she's like a huge Glee fan. So she
Ah,
knows him from Glee. So it's funny.
he definitely did both. It was. I love Glee too. That's that's a musical theater kid in me coming out.
Anything else you're kind of nerding out about right now?
That's about it. It's just, we talked about Lord of the Rings magic. Trying to figure that out because a lot of the stores here are running, sealed RCQs for that. I think we have all of our friends qualified for Atlanta, and so now I feel a little bit more zeal to try and qualify as well.
Yeah, I'll probably give it a go. Give it a
Yeah.
good old 1-2 go. What are you nerding out about next?
So next, I think I'm gonna get back into My Hero. It sounds like you and Maxwell have started watching it. You said you guys are through season 4,
No, no,
or no?
no,
Oh no.
no. We're like halfway through season 2,
Oh, got it.
and
Okay,
he's got to
right, right.
skip 3 episodes in
Um,
the middle of season 2, and then I
right,
gotta decide if he can
because
watch
it's
season
super
3.
intense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So that might be something to start um, next. Is continue with that. Um, trying to think. There's a few movies I have to go see, and um, so I'm planning on catching up on those.
Yeah. Any movies coming out that you're excited about that are coming out?
Yeah. So there is specifically like this next couple weeks.
Is the Meg 2 out?
The Meg 2 is not out. That was actually one of mine and Selby's like first dates, so we have this like weird like connection to the Meg.
I knew that. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
So are you gonna see it?
Of course we're gonna go see it.
All right.
Of course we're gonna go see this you know silly shark movie over the top. Uh, yes, yes, we're gonna go see the Meg. Indiana Jones is coming out soon, I think. Um, so I'll have to watch that, and maybe that's something to binge on Disney Plus. Right? Is all the Indiana
My
Jones.
wife has never seen any of them.
Wait, what?
My wife has
What?
never seen any Indiana Jones movie. Yeah, you should come over here and watch them.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I know. That's what when she said it to me, I was like, "Mate, you've never seen any of the Indiana Jones films?"
So good. They're so good.
Yeah, we should
Like the
do
soundtrack is iconic.
a Raiders podcast. That sounds really fun.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, for me,
Do like an Indiana Jones tiers list.
ooh. See, the thing is, we went to Crystal Skull for my 18th birthday, and I liked it.
Okay.
Like, I did not have a problem with Crystal Skull. I thought it was pretty good. I think it's better than Temple of Doom, just in my opinion. I think Temple of Doom is really, really bad. Like, one of the worst movies ever. So, I know that that's a controversial take. Then that, like, people would reverse that Crystal Skull is one of the worst movies ever made. But I think it's better than Temple, and Temple's real bad. So...
Yeah. Okay.
You're like, you don't know what to say. My next thing to name is mostly gaming related. I'm looking to finally pick up Jedi or Diablo 4. I got two of my best friends, Quentin and Matt, and actually lots of my friends are playing it. I mean, even Nick Lassen.
Nick, yeah.
And I haven't played a Diablo really since Diablo 1. Like, I played a little bit of Diablo 2 with my cousin. I think I own Diablo 2 still because I was playing it with Michael Hinderrocker and Matt Clayton, two of our friends. But, I haven't tried to, like, play Diablo in a long time. And I'm thinking of picking it up. Got to decide kind of between that and Jedi right now on what I want to play. Spend my time on after Tears of the Kingdom. But it looks pretty fun. Well, should we get into some nerdy news?
Yeah.
So, as we were recording last time, I said the Xbox Showcase is this coming weekend. And boy, did we get a Showcase, Paddy.
What did we get?
So, we've mentioned one of the big things. There were two showcases for Xbox that weekend on this, just back to back. One of them was just the Xbox Showcase, which we'll get into how cool that was. But also there was a Starfield showcase where they just did an hour on the game Starfield, a game that, when it was announced, West and I, when he was the host of the podcast, were just like, this is going to be the coolest thing. I mean, it's the first Bethesda game of its, like, a net new property in 20 years. So, it looks absolutely amazing. I mean, one of the things that I like to say on this podcast and just on the YouTube channel is game delays are good. And anyone who acts like disappointed when a game gets delayed, like, it's fine that you can be disappointed that you wanted the game sooner, but it usually means the game's going to turn out better. And in the case of Starfield, we are going to reap the rewards of those delays as the game's going to come out complete, and it looks absolutely amazing. The showcase, however, started with just right off the bat with a trailer about vegetables. I'm kind of curious, Paddy, now having seen this trailer, what'd you think of the trailer for Fable?
I loved it. It was hilarious. It was campy a little bit, and it made me happy. So I was like, I asked, I was like, wait, is that a new Fable? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember like playing the like original game um when I was younger. So when I saw that, I was like, oh.
And it's just one of the new games kind of coming to Xbox. We're kind of finally seeing the fruits of Xbox purchasing all those studios by getting Fable as an exclusive, Avowed, Clockwork Revolution, South of Midnight was another trailer that was done that looked really cool. Didn't really have any gameplay in it, but kind of just like this art style, this kind of like In the Bayou, really cool. And just off the bat, Xbox is really showing the value that we talked about with that Game Pass, with everything that I just mentioned available on Game Pass the day of launch.
Crazy.
So if you are a gamer and you want to play, there you go.
Just echoing home what we were saying last week about being
Yeah,
some of the
following
best
that,
value.
we had a Nintendo Direct that, if you're a Nintendo fan, was also full of stuff. The first thing that I believe was announced was a remake for Super Mario RPG, the old SNES game, and this is like one of my friend Casey's favorite games ever made, just actually of all time. To see it get a remake, updated graphics on a console that's played, and it's also like super expensive. I think this game's like $200 if you just wanted to buy it. So it getting a remake is a pretty big deal. A second Detective Pikachu game, which is really cool, awesome voice acting, very funny. That was awesome to see. Are kind of some of the big ones. A little bit more on Pikmin 4 was shown, and kind of the one that excites me the most, Dragon Quest Monsters Dark Prince was announced. When Patty and I were in San Diego, I pointed out Dragon Quest Monsters in a gaming case. I was like, Patty, that game's really good. You should play it. And we're getting another one. This is so cool. I love Dragon Quest
That's
Monsters.
awesome.
It's like Pokemon, but in Dragon Quest. So it's really cool. And then kind of the final thing, Patty, was a brand new 2D Mario game. Mario Wonder, where with tons of superpowers,
Oh yeah.
including a new Super Mario Elephant. So looks really fun.
Yeah, it's a 2D side scroller,
Yep.
right? Okay, sick. Yeah, I also noticed here that looks like the Arkham series is getting a remake as far as like
Yeah,
a collection
yeah. The
for the direct.
full collection is on all, like the trilogy will come to the Switch with all the DLC.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a couple other ones like I think Metal Gear Solid got another one and things like that. So lots of stuff added to the Switch as well.
Great.
During the Xbox showcase and a little bit later, we also got to see Star Wars Outlaw trailer, which I don't know if you got the chance to see that yet, Patty.
I did watch that one. Yes, it looks so good.
It looked really cool. Really excited for that one. There was no gameplay in it, but just the visuals and the feel, like it felt very like it felt like a Star Wars game, and it's really cool to see other studios outside of EA get their chance at Star Wars again.
Yeah, it looks like kind of in the vein of Mandalorian, right? Where it's not a main character. It's not um it's something that feels almost like a side character quest, but like is getting its own really cool like spotlight. And I'm here for it.
Yeah, I am a big fan of getting to tell non Jedi and like other things to talk about, other stories that can happen within the Star Wars universe. It was really funny. Somebody tweeted they're like, I guess there's no more men in the Star Wars universe. I have to play as a girl. And then somebody responded with like, there was literally a game about a white man like 2 months ago. Like literally, it just came out. It's so funny. Star Wars fandom is ridiculous. But she looks really cool and like really like
Hmm?
like kind of like a punk. I don't know, punkish girl. I don't know. It looks fun to play.
Yeah, I was thinking like really spunky and
What that animal that she's
energetic
got
and
with her
fun.
also looks dope. Excited to see what kind
Oh
of
yeah,
mechanics that's gonna have. So,
I'm a fan of familiars.
and then kind of the final piece of nerdy news that I had to talk about. I don't know if you have any more after this. Is the Flash bombed?
That was one of the things I was going to talk about. Yeah, is that Flash was and I haven't seen it yet, so I can't speak to it myself as far as a movie goer. Um, but it was not great, and um, people are not here for it.
So I actually heard the movie is really good, but people just weren't gonna go see it because of outside influences.
Yeah, which that tracks, right? I can, and I'm glad that like people are like doing that as far as supporting what they
Here's
want to. And
here's my problem with this bombing is that it has been confirmed that because it bombed, they were planning on doing a Batman Beyond movie with Michael Keaton playing Bruce Wayne, and they will no
oh
longer be
no,
doing it because of how this movie did.
what?
And it's like, well,
Man, I would like to have seen that. That would have been really cool. Yeah. Oh, stupid flight. I just haven't had time. Like, it really has been a time thing. Like, because we have the Regal Unlimited, like, that's why we haven't seen it. It's just the last couple weeks have just been so busy with um weddings and stuff and starting new work. So we just haven't had the opportunity to see Flash yet. Uh, the person who is playing Kara Zor-El did get Henry Cavill's like thumb of approval. Like, you did great. So that's good to hear and see. Um, but yeah, it's supposed to be this huge catalyst for uh, you know changing the. I mean, this Flashpoint, right? So it's gonna start up James Gunn's universe. I'm excited for Blue Beetle. So um, yeah, I've kind of been off the superhero films, which is weird. Isn't that? It's kind of a weird feeling to like. It was such a huge part of our lives not so long ago, and
um,
like I don't know.
yeah, I don't know that I'm necessarily off of superhero films. Um, I think that it's evident that like just having a 2-year-old and a 7-year-old, like I just don't get to see as many movies as I used to.
Yeah.
But this one didn't really interest me. I don't. Here's the thing: is I've been enjoying the Flash TV show, but I find superheroes like the Flash and like Superman to be less interesting because they're so powerful. And so I don't know. Like I'd be super into that Batman Beyond movie. I don't think that superhero films is like a problem right now. There are a lot of them, but like I don't know. It's not like Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse did, or Across the Spider-Verse did poorly, right? So it's not just superhero films are
Right.
dead.
That's fair. Yeah, and that one, we're talking about seeing a second, first, second time, because it was really good. Um, yeah, the other piece of nerd news that I had was we talked about a few of the game delays and how it's a good thing. I don't know if it's the same thing for movies, but it looks like Marvel has announced a lot of delays for their projects. Um, specifically, some ones that we're excited about. Um, Captain America, that one was dated to come out May 3rd of 24. It's moved to June. Fantastic Four was February of 25, moved to May of 25. Um, Blade, Thunderbolts, the untitled Deadpool movie was supposed to come out November of next year. Is set for looks like that one got pushed up to May this next year.
Aren't the Marvel movies on the studios that are being like picketed right now? Can't they like not actually get the trucks in to film and stuff?
Oh, you know what? That makes sense. That would make sense why there's a delay on those. Okay, that makes sense. But the Deadpool movie looks like that one got moved up.
Yeah,
So
that's
maybe
fair.
they had done a lot more previously work on that, and so there's kind of like moving things around.
Yeah, my understanding is that they've disrupted multiple shootings with picketing, so
But,
which is
yeah.
good for them.
Yep.
All right, that is
You can
going to
wait.
do it. If you want to suggest a topic, we plan our episodes every 2 months, and we're open to listener topics as always. Leave a comment on the YouTube video or on the Discord with suggestions of something that you want to hear us talk about. You want to hear us talk about the writer's strike. You want to hear us talk about retro gaming and things that you can do to get into retro gaming today. Those are the type of things we want to hear from you and the things that you want to hear about. What's Kona?
What? Kona?
Yeah.
It's a place in Hawaii.
Hawaii.
This is a Kona Brewing Company.
Hmm.
They have really good brewskis.
Brewskis. If you want to find us, you can find me on Instagram. You can find Patty friggin' B at PattyBMTG. You can like and subscribe to the show, and don't forget to leave us a review. Those are the best ways to support the show. If you want to support all the content, head over to patreon.com/HeezyGameMedia. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening. See you all next time with another episode of the Need to Nerd podcast.